Good morning and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're coming to you live today from Chris Poletto Field on the campus of Florida Southern College for day number 2 of the Florida All-Star Games. Today's matchup features the North versus the South. We're looking at a 10 a.m. start time. Both teams are getting lined up. It looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem in just a moment. Alongside Jason Cephas, I'm Will Wilkie. We'll be bringing you the call this afternoon. If you're new to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, we are a registered nonprofit media company. We do appreciate your viewership and your support. If you don't mind subscribing to our YouTube channel, also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can find us by searching at GCSN Broadcast. That's at GCSN Broadcast. All of our content is free, but your follows and your subscriptions do help us in offsetting our costs as a nonprofit media company. We do appreciate that. Had a lot of great action yesterday in our 2 games, and we're looking forward to the conclusion here today with these fine young athletes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Florida Athletic Coaches Association, Baltimore Public Schools, and Central Florida Sports welcome you to Chris Poletto Field at Florida Southern College, 34th FACA Softball All-Star Classic. Today's game is being live streamed on YouTube at Gulf Coast Sports Network. The FACA reminds you that interscholastic events are extension.
So we're going to turn it over to the PA announcer for the moment, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get things going.
Show as you watch today's game. Today's game is a contest between the North All-Stars and the South All-Stars. We ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, again, alongside Jason Cephas, I'm Will Wilkie bringing you the call here today for game number 3 overall, but game number 1 of day 2 for the FACA High School All-Star Softball Game Series, featuring the best players in the state of Florida. And Jason, what a beautiful day we have here already.
It is, yes. Good morning, Will. Thanks for having me on the broadcast again this morning. Good morning out there in Streamland. If you're not here, you're missing a beautiful day of softball. There is a little bit of clouds. The sun is beaming on these All-Stars, and there's a wind. Will, once again, there's the wind out on our center flagpole, and now it looks like it's blowing possibly to the east. Go ahead and take a...
Yeah, the wind was certainly a factor yesterday, and it was swirling, and we had some pretty extreme gusts. We've got a great center field shot for you from our camera, as you can see right there. We'll stay with it as much as we possibly can. When the wind gets going, it's bolted in there really good, but there's only so much wind that it can take. It's rated for 30 miles an hour. Hopefully we won't see that today. But we hope you enjoy our multi-camera system that we have set up for you. Let's go ahead and go through the lineups for you. The South will take the field first, so we'll start with them as they are the home team here in game number 2.
Yeah, well, it looks like they have Sabrina Diaz back on the mound again. She came in for a couple innings last night, did pretty well, and looks like they got her starting off first here on the circle.
That's right. We'll start with the battery. So Diaz in the circle, more behind the plate. Third base is Hawkins. Shortstop is Lucchese. Second base, Loretto. And first base is Wheeler. And in the outfield, we have Riggins in left, Ron in center, and we don't have right field noted on our card. And we got multiple people warming up in right. We'll try to get that for you in just a moment.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's going to be Collier out in right field. Interesting. She played a lot of third last night, so we'll see if coaches has made some adjustments.
And we'll do our best to keep up. Your point exactly there, Jason. We'll do our best to keep up with the defensive alignments for you. However, this is an all-star game. They're showcasing their skills, so girls are going to be moving around all over the place this afternoon. But we'll do our best with that. But we're ready to get underway. Leading things off for the North will be Alyssa Prather. Prather had a 2-1 blast last night.
Well, speaking of last night, we got out of here pretty late, so I'm sure these girls probably got something to eat, maybe stretched their legs out a little bit and went right to bed, and they're right back up this morning.
I know we did.
Well, I didn't stretch, so they they got me on stretching. I just ate and went to bed. But yeah, these girls are there. I saw some of them this morning. They came in with great spirit. Some of them have some showcases tomorrow, and they just keep plugging away. Their athleticism is really shown today.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here at the FACA All-Star Games. We'd like to thank Executive Director Shelton Cruz for once again putting on a fabulous All-Star series. We had softball yesterday and today, and we also had baseball earlier on in the week. And it's just amazing to see the wonderful talent that we have here in Florida. There's a ground ball over to third, fires to first, a great scoop. 5-3 for out number one. One out now in the inning brings up Hannah Shiver. Off speed, and that'll connect in the zone. We'd also like to thank everyone here at Florida Southern College for their hospitality in hosting this event. This is certainly a class group of people here and top of the line facilities as well. We do appreciate that. Little looper into left, and Shiver is going to get on with a one-out single.
Yeah, well, I know we were talking yesterday how some of the younger girls are playing, travel ball over the weekend. But I tell you, if you're home right now, go ahead and hit that like button. Let your friends know. You can watch while you're watching your game. You can watch while you're playing your game. Just don't let the coach know in the dugout with the phone. There's a high ball to second base. Looks like a routine fly out. But if you're home, pass that message along.
That was Scapin that flew out to second. 2 outs now in the inning. And that'll bring up Michaela Petaway.
In last night's game, Will, Petaway showed her quickness. She has speed off of that bat. As soon as she hits it, watch her. It is like the road runner around those bases. Shiver takes off.
Yeah, that's right. She'll make it into second. Good heads-up base running by Shiver as the ball was outside of the zone, running the count even 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. North versus South. Again, game number 1 of day 2. That offering misses inside. Later on today, we will have the West versus the East. At this time, we currently anticipate a 11:45 a.m. broadcast time, hopefully with the first pitch at noon. However, that's obviously going to depend on the outcome, the timing of this game. So just go ahead and go to our homepage on the YouTube channel. We'll update that start time once we get a better idea as this game gets along. 2-2 popped up. That could be trouble, and it is. It'll drop in. Wheeling around and scoring is Shiver. And there you go, Jason. Nice piece of hitting by Petaway, and North gets on the board first.
Yeah, well, Will, last night I know you presented our game player of the game, excuse me, and I think some of these girls now we're starting to see there's a little bit of a trinket to play for this afternoon.
That's right. We have our broadcast player of the game winners. We'll get a souvenir mini bat courtesy of the Gulf Coast Sports Network for their fine play here in the Florida All-Star game. So a little something to take home and remember a fabulous weekend. Up to the plate now is going to be Molly Blackwood. And that gets popped up also. Shortstop under it makes the grab for out number 3, and that will retire the side, taking us to the bottom of the first. North able to jump out in front first, 1-0. South gets their chance at the plate coming up next on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Number 12, Shannon Kendall.
All right, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the first inning. North able to capitalize on their opportunities in the top half. They have a 1-0 lead. The South gets their first crack at the bat coming up here. And starting in the circle will be Shannon Kendall for the North. And I'll do my best to try to give you the defensive lineup. We didn't get that from the North squad this morning, so we'll just try to do it by numbers. Kendall in the circle. Behind the plate is Petaway. And let's see, 22.
Is Ramsey.
Ramsey at short. Shiver at first. Looks like Blackwood at third.
And Fidel at second.
And we'll try to get the outfield. We're getting a little bit of a glare where we are right now. Leading the inning off is going to be Grace Ron. Kendall connects, first pitch strike. Right down Main Street, quickly 0-2. Kendall not wasting any time, going right at the batter. Ron going to take that two-strike approach the remainder of the way. Right back at the pitcher. And out number 1 is in the books. One out in the bottom of the first now for Emma Lucchese. Off-speed pitch, that'll connect. So Kendall off to a fast start. 4 consecutive pitches in the zone. And, of course, I jinxed it. 1-1. That one gets fouled away out of play, third base side. I'm going to put on our center field camera so you can see the flag in center field and the kind of wind that we're dealing with right now. We're forecasted to have steady 15-mile-an-hour winds today coming out of the east, which for us, for this ball game, is blowing out to left, so we might see some long balls today.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think we had what, two last night, Will, leave this park in a hurry?
I believe so. We had 2 home runs, a solo shot, and a 2-run homer. We also would have had a third, but Riggins decided that she was going to take that one away on a spectacular play. Kendall will record the strikeout for out number 2, which will bring up Mallory Collier. If memory serves, the home run that was taken away by Riggins was off the bat of Oxley, right in the corner of left field where it's marked out as 210. That ball was 211, and Riggins was able to take it away.
Yeah, it was an outstanding catch. She had to jump to get it right past the warning track, right at the yellow cone, and it saved somebody's windshield.
And Kendall continues her aggressive inning, gets out number 3, and that's the end of the first. A run on 2 hits for the North. Zeros on the board for the South. We move to the second. You're watching High School All-Star Softball on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Welcome to the Clubhouse, Tampa Bay's premier baseball and softball training facility. Our 11,000 square foot training facility features rentable cages and bullpen lanes, along with the newest technology such as HitTrax and Rapsodo, baseball and softball pitching machines, full gym, and plyo area, all to keep you at the top of your game. We also have a fully stocked baseball and softball pro shop carrying the biggest brands such as Marucci, Rawlings, Easton, DeMarini, Wilson, and many more. If you're in need of training, we also have the area's top professional instructors offering hitting, pitching, fielding, and strength instruction for both baseball and softball players. From youth to professional athletes, the clubhouse has you covered. We are conveniently located 1 mile east of the Suncoast Parkway on Spring Hill Drive. Stop in and check us out.
All right, we're back to live action here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 North over the South. Leading off the inning is going to be Amaya Mireles. And the pitch from Diaz outside of the zone, ball 1. Two and 0. Right back over to second. Backhanded attempt that's going to get through. So Mireles will reach on the miscue at second. And leadoff runner aboard for the North. Now brings up Kenna King. And that'll miss away. Liner to left, but foul. Had some nice action on that ball. You get that reverse spin when you go the opposite way.
Yeah, you could tell that ball was leaving in a hurry. As soon as it hit that little beach area over there, you could see the rooster tail. These girls are putting some power behind these bats, Will.
That they are. We got some talented hitters, talented fielders, and great pitching as well. Diaz connects there to now move ahead in the count. Grounder to second. That's going to get through again. Putting runners on the corners. So King will reach on the error. And here comes the North. Going to bring up Cannon Ramsey. Gets popped up. And that's going to be corralled on the infield for out number 1. Still runners on the corners now for Shannon Kendall. Again, popped up. That's going to be out of play.
Runner goes.
And the throw down, the tag and out is made, but the run will score. So the North trades the out for the run, which will clear the bases as out number 2 is recorded, but they're able to put the second run on the board.
Yeah, Will, that was a heads-up play by the coach for the North to sacrifice that runner to second to get that score in. I think the catcher might have forgotten about the girl on third, and that's just, playing to the odds.
Right about that, Jason. We were talking yesterday about how, it's certainly an all-star game. Everyone's out here for fun, but you do want the bragging rights. And we saw some strategy yesterday, and there again, right there in the top of the second, some base running strategy.
Yeah, for sure. Tom Lee has some good bragging rights. Shot to the gap left field. Kendall makes it to second base. Boy, that was a shot, Will. Went all the way to the South State sign in the middle of left field.
That's right. Kendall barreled that up and got the stand-up double. So the North continues to threaten here in the inning after already plating another run. They have 3 hits on the afternoon already. That's going to bring up Olivia Friedel. And that one gets away. Two and 0. And the offering, swing and a miss.
It looks like Diaz is really working that inside of the plate after pitching last night. I think she's starting to find maybe her groove this morning.
And one gets fouled off. She was stayed in the box, so dead ball foul. Putting 2s on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The North has plated 2 in the top of the second. Like a changeup high in the zone.
Yeah, that was a great pitch by Diaz. I tell you, this behind the umpire, he's going to make them work today, even though it's a Saturday morning.
And the payoff pitch, that'll be ball 4. Friedel will take the walk. Again, putting runners on the corners for the North. And we were told this morning that the roster we were provided is incorrect. So this is Leela Ammon. No S on the end. Popped up. Third calls for it. That will retire the side. But not before North takes advantage of their opportunities yet again. Taking us to the bottom of the second. 2 run on 3 hits for the North. South coming up next. High school softball on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
when you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
All right, back to action now in the bottom of the second inning. North showing some consistency here early on. They're lighting up the scoreboard with single digits both in the first and second inning off of 3 hits. South looking to try to make something happen now. They're in their second at bat. They went down in order. And the first, leading things off, will be Rachel Hawkins. Nice breaking pitch from Kendall. Gets the swing and a miss for strike 1. And the 1-1 upstairs. Good discipline by Hawkins. Pops that one up. Kendall's going to come over and make the grab on the baseline. 1 out. Brings up Mallory Wheeler.
Yeah, she had great communication right there with the third baseman, Molly. Looks like they play on the same team, so I'm sure they're used to that pop-up.
And the 1-0 delivery from Kendall.
Again, not to stress too much on safety, but anytime that ball goes up in the air like that, Will, you want to make sure you shout out. If you're hearing our stream at home, that's what they're shouting. They got that ball to call off so no one runs into each other. Hard hit.
Right over to third. Fires to first. Had to dig that one out. Great stretch.
Yeah, Ramsey seemed to pick that right up off the clay with ease, and a great stretch there by the first baseman.
That's right. That's Mira Liz over there at first. 2 quick outs to the inning. Now for Kelsey Riggins.
Again, last night, Will, we saw the speed that Kelsey can bring. As soon as she gets that ball in the gap, she's moving. She was at second base before you know it. So we're going to have to play some defense here to keep them at bay.
Kendall comes right back with the changeup. Works the count even. Kendall out in front, looking for that punch-out pitch. Riggins looking to keep the at-bat going, taking that defensive approach the remainder of the way.
Will, side note, looks like to my left in the north bullpen, and it looks like that's Scapin possibly warming up. She may see some time in the circle this morning.
Popped up first base side, but out of play.
That ball went right to the fans right there.
They're a little bit too close to our camera for my comfort.
Right.
So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. And the changeup yet again gets the job done. It's going to take us to the third. 2-3-0 for the North, 0-0-2 for the South. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we are, top of the third inning. North able to work through the order.
I was to say, Will, welcome back. Welcome back to we've switched everyone around game again. For folks at home, if you're wondering if some of these girls are not where they should be, it's just a switching of a coaching change. They're disciplined, but they get a chance in an All-Star game to play several positions. And Will, that's really the fun part of this All-Star game, yeah?
Absolutely. You get a chance to play different positions, show off all your different skills. Leading off the inning is going to be Gabri Flowers. Currently has a 2-0 count. Diaz continues to work in the circle. Give our fans the wide shot there so they can see the new defensive alignments.
Yeah, I know we were talking before the broadcast about these girls heading off to college, some really big schools, and it's nice that our broadcast being here in Florida can cast that out to everybody and known in the land, and it's nice for these girls to get the exposure.
Good discipline by Flowers. She's going to go ahead and take the walk, leadoff runner on. And it turns the lineup over for the North, top of the order now up. For Alyssa Prather, 0 for 1 today. Hard ground ball off the glove. I'm going to mark that a single. That was a hard hit ball and a tough one to get to.
Yeah, it was. Collier comes up laughing because I think she was on it, but it just smoked right past her, but it did hit her glove, so she made the attempt.
So 2 on, nobody out. Now for Hannah Shiver, 1 for 1 today with a single. Popped up. Diaz all over that one. One out now in the inning. For Sydney Scapin. That one gets popped up, first base side. And a great grab by the catcher. I don't know if we can catch a number on that one, Jason.
Yeah, it's going to be number 3, Hawkins. She got up, disciplined. She saw the bat, looked, checked, put her helmet down, and made the quick catch.
Actually, looks like that's Abby Moore.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's Abby Moore, number 3.
Brings up Michaela Petaway right back to the pitcher. And a quick inning will hold the North at bay. They leave 2, but they add another hit. Still 2-0. South coming up next on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Welcome to the Clubhouse, Tampa Bay's premier baseball and softball training facility. Our 11,000 square foot training facility features rentable cages and bullpen lanes, along with the newest technology such as HitTrax and Rapsodo, baseball and softball pitching machines, full gym, and plyo area, all to keep you at the top of your game. We also have a fully stocked baseball and softball pro shop carrying the biggest brands such as Marucci, Rawlings, Easton, DeMarini, Wilson, and many more. If you're in need of training, we also have the area's top professional instructors offering hitting, pitching, fielding, and strength instruction for both baseball and softball players. From youth to professional athletes, the clubhouse has you covered. We are conveniently located 1 mile east of the Suncoast Parkway on Spring Hill Drive. Stop in and check us out.
All right, we move to the bottom of the third inning. We have a new pitcher to report for the North. Sydney Scapin now takes the circle.
Yeah, well, she started the game off last night. Pretty powerful pitcher. She knows what she's doing. She huddles her girls up, and it's ready to rock and roll for this batter coming up.
That's right, and the batter coming up now is going to be Sabrina Diaz, so pitcher versus pitcher. And the first pitch offering from Scapin is going to miss high, ball one. Kuno. Right down Main Street. It's called strike one. Hitters count now for Diaz. She'll be looking for her pitch to drive, try to get the South on the board, or at least a base runner. Still looking for their first hit of the afternoon. I guess it's still technically morning. It just feels like the afternoon. Good discipline by Diaz. She'll take the walk. One on, nobody out now for Madison Quinn. Inside on that one.
Yeah, it's an interesting duo, Will. When pitchers come up against each other, you can tell the kind of chess game or cat and mouse game because they're both pitching from the circle and they're both hitting from the batter's box. Interesting.
Yeah, I have to agree, Jason. I always love those pitcher-on-pitcher matchups. Always brings that extra little dynamic.
Yeah, Quinn takes a fine cut right there for a strike.
And the 1-1. Fastball gets by. Scapin looking for that punch-out pitch. Quinn looking to stay alive. That 1-2 count, we'll see if the runner's in motion. But she'll stay, and Scapin will record the strikeout. 1 out to the inning. Now for Sophia Loretto. Getting her first chance at the bat today.
Runner goes. Big throw to second base.
And
Got her
that's
on
in
the
time. Yeah, a great throw down. I believe that's
Alyssa.
Prather.
Yeah, Alyssa Prather stepped up big, huge out of Middlebury High School. And boy, what an arm cannon she has behind that plate.
The pitch also came in the zone for strike one.
I'd like to hear her bio again. Is she studying criminal justice? Because, there's no stealing on her watch.
For those of you tuning in today and didn't get a chance to catch yesterday's game, you might want to check that out. We did the player bios and had some great background information on the players, what they're planning to study in college, and, of course, what college they're going to next season. Not all the players chose to participate, but those who did, we had some great stories.
They were, Will, and what was great last night too is to hear the off softball accomplishments these girls have, whether it be academically or whether it be just community service. It just shows you that these girls are really versatile when it comes to how they want to get their careers and get their lives headed in the right direction.
Absolutely. I love hearing those stories and how well rounded all these young ladies are here today. Off the handle, that's going to fall foul.
Will, as proud parents of two younger softball players in the high school circuit, it's nice to thank those parents out there who put the time, the dedication, the families, the schools to back these young women in becoming really successful women in our society. Which, again, kudos to you parents out there watching, listening, because we know you spend a lot of time here too. So we thank you for watching and we thank you for being great parents out there.
Well said. Well said.
I think we all would be living in retirement after all the money we spent for some of these kids out there. But it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
And Scapin gets the job done. Strike three, and that'll put an end to the third. Moving to the fourth, 2 runs on 4 hits for the North, no runs on no hits for the South. We got more action coming up next.
Box Out gives you the ability to create graphics at the speed of sports to highlight your athletic department, teams, and student athletes in seconds. Used and trusted by Notre Dame, Ohio State, UConn, Marquette, Georgetown, and many more of the top college brands in the country. If you want your school's brand to stand out through all the clutter, start your free demo at boxoutsports.com.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
So there's a quick, small segment, and then it goes right to commercial.
We're back. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Just a reminder to stick with us. At the conclusion of today's ball game, Jason Cephas will be giving you our broadcast player of the game. They'll get that souvenir mini bat, courtesy of their fine play here in the FACA High School Softball All-Star Game. So a little bit of memento for our player of the game, showcasing their talents for us today. They'll also be profiled on our Twitter and Facebook pages, which you can find at GCSN Broadcast. So go ahead, give us a follow there. We do appreciate that. Molly Blackwood to lead things off for the North.
Yeah, Will, you're exactly right. That little memento, that little trinket that you get from these games. But this is a signature game, the All-Star game, and that's a signature piece that one of these girls are going to put down, hopefully on their wall or maybe in their dorm room or give it to a family member to just show the discipline as well as the accountability for them to play today. So hopefully somebody gets it. We'll see who it is.
And the 1-1 delivery. Nice breaking action on that pitch from, actually looks like we have a new pitcher in.
Yeah, it's going to be number 16, Mallory Wheeler, coming in. She saw some time last night on the mound.
Count now runs even.
And Will, looks like it moves Rachel Hawkins to first base.
And the 2-2, Wheeler comes in and gets the strikeout. One out now in the inning. Going to bring up Amaya Miralez. Big cut. Fouls it away. Again fought off. Wheeler jumps out 0-2. And again, if you missed any of the action from last night, we do have those games archived on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and give that a watch. Again, all of our content is free. We are a registered nonprofit media company. Swing and a miss. Wheeler's going to get the strikeout and 2 quick outs to the inning.
Yeah, well, Wheeler really shows her composure. She gave her 2 or 3 pitches to the outside, then came right back in with that hard strike on the inside corner. And it looked like it kind of caught her off guard and sent her back to the dugout.
Now going to bring up Kenna King. She reached on an error her first time up.
Well, it looks like a beautiful day from this side inside the booth in the air conditioning, but I'm sure it's going to start getting a little roasty around now out there for the girls.
Yeah, summer has certainly come early. That's for sure. We had, I believe we had record highs earlier in the week. It's not too bad today. I believe the forecast is for the upper 80s. But we were looking at, I believe the baseball game on Wednesday reached 99 in the shade. So you can't imagine what the field was. And looks like that's going to miss for ball 4. Good patience by King. She'll take the walk. 2-out runner aboard now for the North. And brings up Cannon Ramsey.
Yeah, it looks like Ramsey's going to try to find a little hole to put this through, maybe advance that runner around.
And another big cut. The North is really going after it here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, they definitely need some insurance runs. They're not going to win the ball game with 2 points. Throw down to first.
Yeah, the snap throw gets away. Allowing the advancement to second. Another throw gets away. So King now to second base. The pitch was outside the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, King seemed like she kind of slowed up there. I thought maybe she thought they were going to get an interference call, but it just shows you that she started running through it and running these plays out because you don't know what the umpire is going to call.
Wheeler tries for that outside corner, misses away. Three and one, hitters count. Opportunity for Ramsey with that runner in scoring position. Wheeler does have 2 outs to the inning. She's going to try to put this one away. It's fouled off. Liner to left. That'll drop in. Nice piece of hitting by Ramsey. And that'll put runners on the corners. Brings up Shannon and Kendall. 1 for 1 with a double.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you notice it, but behind the plate, Madison Quinn has this unique, she smacks her glove before the pitch comes in, and it looks like it kind of just gets her set up for the pitch to come in. Take a look.
Delayed steal. There's a run down. The run will score. The out was made, but not before the run scored. So once again, some strategic base running. We'll get another run in for the North.
Yeah, there again, Will. There's that cat and mouse game, and I think the girls.
That's going to take us to the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs on 5 hits for the North. South looking to get on the board. They're going to get their chance coming up on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
I went through the VFW, I went through the American Legion, and I felt they couldn't help me. And, I got in touch with Chris, and he got right to work on it, and I'd say within a year, I had 100% disability.
So, you got Abigail Milward coming up.
All right, we're back into the bottom of the fourth inning. I believe we have the top of the order, but we're going to double check that. Okay, it looks like I got out of sequence on my end. I'll get that fixed. Abby Moore to lead things off.
Yeah, Abby Moore out of South Fork High School. Played really well last night. Let's see if she can connect this morning.
Yeah, it's going to get fouled off.
So, Will, as we say, it's a beautiful morning, but I can't help but think you're right. It feels like it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just like deja vu. It's such a nice day.
Well, I think our early start might have had something to do with that since we had to set up early this morning. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here. Again, we're in Lakeland, Florida, on the campus of Florida Southern College at the beautiful Chris Boletto Field. Watching some great softball today. And thanks for joining us on the broadcast. If you haven't done so, go ahead, hit that like button, hit subscribe as well. We do appreciate that very much. Also helps us in offsetting our costs. That's going to drop in the zone. Backwards K in the books for the strikeout. I'm now going to roll the lineup over.
Yeah, interesting. Scalping looks pretty good on that circle. They had the bullpens warming up there. It looks like Amaya's warming up over there just to stay hot and ready.
Pitch misses. Count evens. One's on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Will, a lot of these girls are wearing their high school helmets, and you can tell some of their accomplishments. If you can see in the back of her helmet here, she's got a lot of stickers. She must have done a lot of things right on that program.
That's right. All these players have put in high quality work. That's why they're the best of the best in the state of Florida. Those practice stickers that Jason was talking about all over adorned Grace Ron's helmet there. You can kind of see it with the angle that we have. Hitter's count for Ron. Gets popped back out of play. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch for Scapin and Ron. And the payoff. Oh! Deep left center field. Out of the reach, a diving attempt. Great effort. Scapin motoring on over. And she's going to try to get it inside the park. The play at the plate. Oh. Not in time. Great wheels and effort by Grace Ron. But the inside the park home run. Wow.
Yeah, well, maybe those stickers make her helmet faster, but I tell you right now, Ron was flying around those bases, Will. I mean, she was motoring. Great throw from the outfield, but just not in time to meet at the plate.
And that puts the South on the board now for Emma Lucchese.
I think what we're seeing here, Will, is these girls are kind of waking up, and now they know they're playing for something.
Those bragging rights are on the line. One and one.
Yeah, being a lefty hitter, Will, she tried that slap attempt, and she's got the wheels to do it. She puts a bat on the ball. She's going to be standing on second base pretty soon.
Lucchese's going to be looking to protect. And that'll be a strikeout for Scapin. 2 down.
Yeah, Will, Scapin's got 4 on the day so far for these Ks. So if she keeps it up, she may be able to hold this lead for the North.
Brings up Mallory Collier.
Will, Mallory's out of Okeechobee High School. Again, another outstanding program, not only in the rec ball series, but also in the high school series. I know sometimes you viewers, sometimes us parents, we forget that these kids start at a very young age, Will, and it's nice to see that these travel ball programs and rec ball programs are getting these girls to be where they need to be when they get to high school, getting them ready for college next.
Absolutely. Great development in those programs, and that's going to be strike 3 to put an end to the 4th. The South gets on the board from the inside the park home run from Ron. Got more action coming up after this.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Nautilus Financial Group, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Nautilus Financial Group.
When you play football, you develop this mentality that, you know, you can withstand anything. You're Mr. Tough Guy. So years I had been battling. I was just excited to finally meet someone who knew what I was going through, who saw my pain, to think that in a matter of one treatment, and it got better and better as I began to get treatments throughout the month. You know, why would you deal with this pain for another day?
Let me know when we're back.
And we're back, top of the 5th inning. Jason's going to take over for this inning. We apologize. Our graphics program has just crashed, and I'm going to try to bring that back online, but Jason will bring you the play-by-play call.
Yeah, thanks, Will. We got Shannon Kendall coming up from Academy at the Lakes here in the batter's box. Takes a strike for the first pitch. We still have currently Wheeler on the mound, Circle, putting her work in this morning. Takes another cut for an 0-2 pitch. Kendall steps in. Outside pitch for ball. 1-2 to Kendall. Foul ball off the net. Looks like we have a center fielding switch. Riggins now in center field. Two-two pitch to Kendall. Kendall calls for time. Wheeler steps off the mound, talks to Moore behind the plate. Let's see what they can put together here, Will. Kendall battling in the batter's box, bringing it back to 3-2. Decision pitch coming. Big swing, drop three, Kendall. Out at first is recorded. Big 3-2 pitch there for Wheeler. Able to put Kendall back to the dugout. Next up is going to be Fidel. Olivia out of Atlantic Coast. Takes that first pitch for a foul ball. One pitch comes for a strike to Fidel. The 0-2 pitch on its way. That one fouled off, protecting the plate. Looks like Wheeler and Quinn are really on it today. They're starting to communicate a little better. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And strike three sends Fidel back to the dugout. Wheeler second K of the ball game.
And Jason, I think we're back online. Who do we have up now?
Yep. We are looking at number 13, Lily Amon. And again, correction to the yesterday, last name is Amon. Leah Amon, number 13, out of Gulf Breeze High School.
That gets popped up first base side. That will retire it. And that takes us to the bottom of the fifth inning now. Still 3-1. Great action coming up on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be back.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Okay, we moved to the bottom of the fifth inning. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize. Our graphics program has crashed again. And I don't believe that's something we can recover in this short period of time. We apologize. We're not going to be able to show the player graphics anymore. So we'll just have to do the straight announcing for the remainder of this game. Again, we apologize for that. Not something we expected. If we can recover it, we will. But I'm getting error messages we've never seen before, so we'll try to troubleshoot that as the game goes on.
Okay, well, Rachel Hawkins is up to plate now, and we have a pitching change, which I'll let you know in a minute. That's a fly ball short to the shortstop, 1 out recorded. Yeah, we have a new pitching change in here, Will. It looks like it's Amaya Mazel from Oakleaf is pitching on the circle, and she's a teammate with Pathaway. So this should be a good pitcher-catcher duo. Up now, number 16, Mallory Wheeler. Takes that first for a strike. Wheeler out of Jessen Beach High School. Takes that pitch for a ball. 1-1 on the count. Big hit to the gap over shortstop. Wheeler rounds first. Play back at first. Safe at first. Quick tag. Umpire calls her safe at first. Boy, that was a shot past the shortstop. Next up to bat's going to be, looks like Riggins.
First pitch connects for called strike 1.
Yeah, sorry about that, Will. Wheeler was on the jump. Looked like they had a possible hit and run play that first swing, but she just didn't connect with it.
Popped up third base side, and the catch is made. And please ignore the pitchers. It's showing that Loretto is the pitcher. That's not correct. We're unable to change. Well, we can try to change it. Who do we have in the circle?
Yeah, it looks like we got Sabrina Diaz coming up here, number 24. Obviously, you know, she comes out of Forest Hill, and she was pitching earlier. And we'll see if she can help her real estate.
And I think that's Miralez we have in the circle. Is that right?
Yeah, we had a pitching change there out of Oakleaf. And I was saying earlier, Will, as you were troubleshooting, she's teammates with the catcher, Malaysia. So this is going to be, looks like a good team duo here on the All-Star circuit. Both coming out of that Oakleaf High School. Petaway tries to frame it. Balls to the outside. Looks like a 3-1 count. A 3-1 pitch on its way.
And that connects to run the count full now. And called strike 3 will retire the side and takes us to the 6th. 3 runs on 5 hits for the North. 1 run on 2 hits for the South. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to the Clubhouse, Tampa Bay's premier baseball and softball training facility. Our 11,000 square foot training facility features rentable cages and bullpen lanes, along with the newest technology such as HitTrax and Rapsodo, baseball and softball pitching machines, full gym, and plyo area, all to keep you at the top of your game. We also have a fully stocked baseball and softball pro shop carrying the biggest brands such as Marucci, Rawlings, Easton, DeMarini, Wilson, and many more. If you're in need of training, we also have the area's top professional instructors offering hitting, pitching, fielding, and strength instruction for both baseball and softball players. From youth to professional athletes, the clubhouse has you covered. We are conveniently located 1 mile east of the Suncoast Parkway on Spring Hill Drive. Stop in and check us out.
All right, we move to the 6th inning. As a reminder, at the conclusion of today's ball game, Jason Cephas will be announcing our broadcast player of the game, so make sure you stick around for that. They'll also be profiled on our Twitter and Facebook pages. I believe, Jason, you had some defensive changes you wanted to report.
Yeah, real quick, we got Hawkins coming from first now to third. We have Sophia going over to first base, and Collier, she's been moving around the field. She's now at second base. She went from right field to third to now second. And up. Go ahead.
I believe this is Friedel. Is that correct?
In the batter's box right now, it looks like we have number 11, Flowers from Liberty County.
And again, for those of you who might just be joining us, our graphics program unfortunately crashed a moment ago. We've been trying to bring it back up, but it's unfortunately not going to be recoverable with the amount of time that we have left in this ball game. So we won't have any player graphics the remainder of the way. So we hope you enjoy the commentary and the live feed today. 2-2 count and a strikeout for Wheeler. It's the first out of the inning. It's going to roll the lineup back over now for Alyssa Prather.
Will, just a heads up, it looks like we may have some changes coming in to the booth. We'll go ahead and keep you up to speed as to the lineup changes.
Okay. And the 0-1 offering from Wheeler right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting by Prather and 1 out runner aboard.
Yeah, Prather really saw the ball that time, Will. I mean, she saw it, connected with it, and now she's happily standing on first base.
Going to bring up Hannah Shiver. Tries to check that one up. Looks like she did not hold it back.
Will, real quick, looks like there's really no batting lineup change. Looks like they got some All-Star awards coming up afterwards.
Okay. That's going to be high.
Yeah, Shiver gets herself back to a good hitter's back at 1-1. Pitch coming in from Wheeler, the 1-1 pitch coming in.
Count now moves to 1-1.
Big swing on that last pitch, Bill. Looks like it's going to be a strike for her. 1-2 is a count. Shiver steps in. Hits a small bloop to the catcher, Wheeler. Looks like she's going to throw to first. Instead, holds up on the throw. That's going to give us 2 outs, Will.
2 outs to the inning now. Brings up Sydney Scapin. Snap throw down to first.
Once again, looks like the North's going to try to bat these girls around in a 2-out rally. Get some insurance runs here. Prather looks like she's going to take off from first, but holds up instead.
Big cut. Wheeler able to get it by.
Will can see off in the distance. Looks like East and West is starting to warm up. Looks like those ladies are awake from the hotel.
That's right. Game number 2 scheduled to start at noon. We're pretty close to being on track for that. We might be a few minutes late. Looks like we got behind on the count there. That'll be ball 4. Putting runners now on second and first. For Michaela Petaway now. Low in the zone.
Yeah, we're getting to be in the 6th inning, Will. So I think these girls are now starting to see what pitches they're seeing. They're starting to get dialed in, and then we should be able to break something free here.
Next on the outside to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning.
Nice pitch. Just nipped that inside corner on Padaway. She shook it off like she didn't want it. Let's see what she delivers here for the 1-2 pitch.
Got a miss upstairs trying to get Petaway to chase. No, she wasn't having it. Good discipline. Run the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. North up by 2. Trying to get in some insurance as we're down to the final few innings here.
Yeah, Padaway battles back to a hitter's count, 3-2, Will. I mean, again, the discipline is just oozing out of these girls right now. These girls are just locked in and ready to load that bat up.
And the payoff. Gets fouled out of play. So we'll do it again.
Will, how's that camera out in center field? I see the flag blowing now towards us. Does it seem like it's holding off all right?
When the wind comes in, it hits our bracket a different way, so we're actually much better off.
Fantastic.
And that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3. Wheeler able to get out of it. And that's going to take us to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-1, North over the South. We got an exciting conclusion coming up shortly on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
Welcome to the Clubhouse, Tampa Bay's premier baseball and softball training facility. Our 11,000 square foot training facility features rentable cages and bullpen lanes, along with the newest technology such as HitTrax and Rapsodo, baseball and softball pitching machines, full gym, and plyo area, all to keep you at the top of your game. We also have a fully stocked baseball and softball pro shop carrying the biggest brands such as Marucci, Rawlings, Easton, DeMarini, Wilson, and many more. If you're in need of training, we also have the area's top professional instructors offering hitting, pitching, fielding, and strength instruction for both baseball and softball players. From youth to professional athletes, the clubhouse has you covered. We are conveniently located 1 mile east of the Suncoast Parkway on Spring Hill Drive. Stop in and check us out.
All right, we're in the bottom of the 6th.
It looks like Quinn's going to be up the bat here, Will.
So Maddie Quinn will be leading things off for the South. They trail by 2. Mirala is in the circle. We were finally able to get that corrected. Again, we're trying to troubleshoot our graphics program that completely crashed on us twice. Once during the game and then another time when we tried to reset the entire thing. So we're still trying to troubleshoot that. But from the looks of it, unfortunately, it'll be done for this game. It's going to take us some time to go through that again, that process.
Yeah, Quinn's got Loretto behind her. And again, if they can try to get this 1-2 punch, Will, they may be able to get a hold of this lead back. There it is.
Liner. Yep, liner to center. And a leadoff single. Just what the South ordered on that one.
I was just gonna say that's what the doctor brewed up. You said it faster than I did. She looks pretty happy with that hit, and let's see if it can continue to be contagious.
Now going to bring up Sophia Loretto. First pitch called strike one.
Now, Will, it seems like there's some All-Star awards coming at the end of the game here. Maybe MVP of the game. It sounds like.
That's correct. The FACA will be announcing their player award. We'll have our own separate broadcast player award as well. Not to get those two confused, as that's taking to left center field.
Quinn on her way around third base. She's going to be in for a run. Well, Will, there's a spark that they need there for the South.
That's right. RBI double for Loretto. Great piece of hitting.
Down by 2, Will, and look who's coming up. Ron, who had a monster into park home run her last at bat. This could be troublesome here for Miller's on the mound.
Grace Ron now up.
Again, Will, I said the outfielders talking to each other. They remember that last hit she put in the gap.
Pitch away. And the 1-1. That'll miss.
And it looks like she's trying to stay away from her, maybe. I don't blame her. Goes at her there, Will.
Yep, she's able to connect to run the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. The South has plated one to pull to within one. Playing a standard 7-inning game today. And Ron will take the disciplined walk, so I guess we got behind on the count there a little bit. Putting runners now on first and second. Now for Emma Lucchesi. Shows bunt unable to connect. Good piece of strategy by the South there, with some outs to play with, trying to get back into this ball game. Now trailing by 1.
Yeah, you can see Coach Randy Jackson telling the ladies what's going to happen if he can just successfully lay that bunt down. It looks like he's got it on our players.
Good job by Lucchesi to pull back on those two as they were outside the zone.
Looks like a short game.
That one will get fouled away.
Will, in these moments, it looks like a lot of the coaches wanted to rely on that short game to try to pull those corner defensive players up, allowing those bases to be free.
Exactly right, Jason. As you can see there with our home plate shot, both corners are in. It looks like she fouled that one away. So this will be interesting to see if the bunt will still be on, having that second strike on her. Fouls that one away. And called strike 3. We'll record out number 1. Now for Mallory Collier.
Yeah, just taking a look. Looks like the third base coach gave her a hit away sound. Want her to hit something to find a hole to bring these two around the corners.
That's right, both runners now in scoring position.
Wow, Petaway, did you see that, Will? She had to jump up to the attic to get that last ball. That's going to save a pass ball. Great play by the catcher.
Yeah, at least one run was saved on that one.
I know teams try to capitalize on those pass balls, but when you have a catcher like that behind the plate, that's going to not happen.
Count moves to 3-1. Mirala is able to battle back to work it full.
Yeah, this is the big out here, Will. Everybody, you can feel the tension. This is the big out.
Popped up. Great play
by Shivers.
And a big out for the North.
Yeah, that's really working for your pitcher. Shivers was able to jump on that little blue pit and retire her back to the dugout, Will.
I'll bring up Rachel Hawkins. Popped up center field, going back on it and unable to make the grab. 2 runs will come in. And a big time play, and that really turned the tables there, Jason.
Yeah, it is.
As the miscue in center field will now flip the script, in the South now on the leaderboard.
Yeah, Hawkins really hit that ball deep.
Tough play, one hopper to third, back over to first to retire the side, but not before the South takes advantage of a big-time opportunity. And they've now taken the lead. 3 runs on 6 hits for the North, 4 runs on 4 hits for the South. We got the final frame coming up next. All right, we're in the 7th. This is it. The North needs 1. I believe we got Blackwood. Molly Blackwood to lead things off. Count goes to 1-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a big pitch by Wheeler, another strikeout. She's been pitching a dandy.
Yeah, as they meet out of the huddle, the girls are very poised when they come out. It looks like they're going to try to go ahead and put a dagger in this here in the circle.
It's going to bring up Miralez.
Pitcher duel here.
Fastball.
Big cut, big cut.
Three runs on 6 hits for the North, 4 runs on 4 hits for the South. 1 out in the inning, 1 ball, 1 strike to Miralez. The South has battled back. They plated 3 in the bottom half of the 6th to take the lead.
You know, Will, you can feel how close the ball game is, how quiet it is.
That's right, the fans on the edge of their seats. We are as well, looking for the outcome of this one. Grounder to third, fires over to first for out number 2. So here we go. The North now down to their last opportunity. And it's going to bring up Kenna King. Fastball connects outside corner. Quickly 0-2. Good patience by King not to go chasing. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, Quinn sit on the outside there to see if she can make her chase it, and there's that discipline.
And swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Wheeler, and that will do it. The South will come from behind and take home the victory, and now it's time. Before we announce our broadcast player of the game, we've been alerted that the FACA is awarding Grace Ron with an award after the game, so congratulations to Grace. But our broadcast player of the game for this game, let's toss it over to Jason. Jason, who you got?
Yeah, thanks. Well, again, I'd love to say the offense is crushing it out there, but really, I'm going to give it to Mallory Wheeler on that defensive circle. I mean, she pitched a great game today. Looks like she recorded 6 strikeouts, and that's going to be our player of the game.
So congratulations to Mallory Wheeler. We hope that you enjoyed the broadcast today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For Jason Cephas, I'm Will Wilkie, and we'll see you next time